Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley, a trained storm spotter for the National Weather Service office in Memphis, Tennessee. I do that work on volunteer basis, of course, and I've been one since about 1994 at least. So it's been quite a while. I report to them severe occurrences when it happens in my area, and of course I do my best to share that information with you via YouTube or Facebook. Usually I do Facebook Live though early in the mornings and YouTube in the evenings, kind of split it up a little bit. That way I really kind of stay busy on both ends of the day, early morning and night too. But that's alright. Since I'm disabled and can't walk, gives me something to do and mess around with, which I enjoy doing that. And I've got about 159 subscribers to my channel, and I appreciate that, and appreciate your patience with me to explain most of the weather happenings. Actually, it turned out to be a nice day today. Speaking of weather happenings, we had some sunshine today. It was a little cloudy at the beginning, but it cleared on up and warmed up finally above freezing, well above freezing at that, and more nice weather is coming our way. All right. Oh, it's about time, huh? We've been in a deep freeze for long enough, but we've been fairly warm, though, compared to our neighbors way up north in the Great Lakes area, like Chicago, Minnesota, New York, and some of those locations, where they've been dealing with wind chills down near, 60 degrees below zero. I don't even think I can, I don't even want to think about it. That cold. No offense, that's why I stayed down south. That's why I live in Tennessee, or kind of midway between north and south part of the U.S. Nothing against northern portions of the United States, though, but my preference is where I'm at, I guess, for right now at least, anyways. All right, now enough of that. I guess then they get on into the weather. Yesterday's low temperature was 19 degrees for January the 30th. Yesterday's high was 32. For West Tennessee's coldest low yesterday was 16 at Paris, Tennessee, and Union City, Tennessee. And our warmest high yesterday was 34 degrees in Memphis, Tennessee. Now for today, as of 5 o'clock, the skies was cloudy, still is here in Bemis, which is also in part of South Jackson, Tennessee. The temperature at that time was 44 degrees as of 5 o'clock. As of 6:57, it's down to 42 degrees at the moment. It has dropped a couple of degrees since 5 o'clock. And the winds are calm, therefore there is no wind chill. When the wind's calm, there is no wind chill. The coldest wind chill today, I believe, I forget what it was, to be honest with you. I didn't write it down. I messed me up for not doing that. Tell you what, I can get it real quick. Let you know that the coldest wind chill today, and I need to write it down so I can remember it later, was 9 degrees at 6 and 7 a.m. this morning. When the low was 17 degrees this morning, matter of fact. 9 degrees at 6 and 7 a.m. At the same time, the actual temperature was 17 degrees. That was our low for the day here in Bemis, too, by the way, for today. Today's low was 17, like I mentioned. Today's high did get up to 47 degrees. Holy moly, almost hit 50 degrees today. 3 degrees shy of it. Now, see, 5 o'clock yesterday, well, it was 44 today at 5 o'clock. Yesterday at 5 o'clock, it was 24 degrees. So it was 20 degrees warmer today than it was yesterday at the same time. A miracle. Amazing. And the warmer temperatures are going to continue, by the way. No rainfall has fell here in Bemis since midnight. None fell yesterday either. Today's highest wind gust was 14 miles per hour out of the east at 8:45 a.m. Today's records for January the 31st. Oh, by the way, rainfall total and including melted snow for the month of January for me is 5.05 inches. Also the same for 2019, of course. Normal is 3.92, so we was a little bit above normal on both calculations there for this month. Who knows what February has in store? And I looked up last year, February 2018, I believe I had 14 and a half inches of rain in February of last year. Let's hope that doesn't repeat this year. But we shall see as February comes along. It's not February yet. We still got about 5 hours to go before February gets here. All right, on to the records now for January 31st. Hottest high would be 76 in the year 2002. The coldest high would be 26 in 1980. Warmest low would be 58 in 2016. And the coldest low would be 3 below zero, -3 in 1966. Today's rainfall record would be 2.35 inches, and that happened in 1950, while the snowfall record would be technically 3.3, or rounded off to 3 inches of snow, and that fell back in 1951. Alrighty, that's pretty much the basic climate summary for the evening. I'll give you these. I haven't given it to you in a long time. Lowest dew point temperature, weather, they'd be alright. Lowest dew point temperature was 5 degrees above zero. That occurred at 12 a.m. The highest would be 19 degrees at 3 through 5 p.m. The lowest barometric pressure would be 30.25 inches as of 5 p.m. And the highest would be 30.41 inches, and that was at 10 a.m. The lowest humidity today was 34% as of 4 p.m., while the highest would be 68%, and that was as of 7 a.m. this morning. I thought I'd share those in a while. Draft items.
The waiver seems like my video is acting up a little bit, or I'm stalling for some reason. I don't know why. Or maybe it's just the way it looks. Alright, I'll proceed like nothing's going on. Hopefully it isn't. Nothing dramatic anyways. I'll put that away. Here's a local radar first. It appears like, was appearing like right here in Jackson, Madison County, there's a few echoes showing up. A few minutes ago, like around 5:40, about 6:45 until 7 o'clock, and I thought maybe there's a chance of a few sprinkles developing in some portions of Madison County. But at this very latest frame at 7:02, they all disappeared. So you might have experienced a few sprinkles out there in parts of southern Madison County, but they all look like they disappeared. So it might have been false echoes even, or what I call, when it comes to snow, vulgar, or trying to rain out of the clouds, but it evaporates before it makes it to the surface. That may be what this is. Alright, let me branch it out just a little bit and see if that's the only area. You see the satellite in there, image in here some. I'll show you a better one here in just a little bit. Yeah, it looked like it tried to sprinkle a little bit between Brownsville and Jackson within the last 30 minutes, but the very last frame it all disappears. So it might have did sprinkle, it just didn't make it to the ground all the way. It started off over there toward the Mississippi River, north of Millington, Tennessee, and Munford, Tennessee, and disappeared over here in Jackson, Tennessee. Doesn't that sound about right? Let me branch out a little bit further, get more of a state in here. It's cloudy at the moment. It looks like a few little small breaks are trying to break through. There's some actually, looks like, let me branch this down some. It's snowing again up there in parts of Missouri. I have some friends living up in that area. It's snowing south of them. They live in the Waller, St. James area. It looks like light snow is possible, or snow flurries, maybe mixed with a little sleet up in that area, but it's all moving east. It's going to head toward southern Illinois, maybe western Kentucky, as the evening wears on. I don't think they're getting the accumulation out of it, not even up there, but it is trying to snow a little bit in that area of Missouri. And there's nothing over in this area, on over into Kentucky, not yet. There's a small little echoes. It may not amount to a whole lot. Let's see, move it over to the west a little bit more. Yeah, that's all the way from Springfield to about Festus, Missouri. And I really don't live up in that area, so I can just quote the name of the cities on this map. It looks like it's just south of Waller. It may be snowing up there. I don't mean to be laughing, but I know someone up there that's been up there celebrating his birthday, and boy, I bet he's had a lot of fun being up there celebrating his birthday with all this snow and cold weather. But he has one of his friends with him too, so maybe that helps a little bit. Who knows? Let me branch it out a little bit more so I get more of a view of that. It's real light echoes, though. It don't even have a whole lot of clouds associated with it. But anyways, there's a heavier snow going on up north toward Chicago. Let me bring it down a little bit more. Well, looks like it's snowing again in Chicago. I'll be doggone. And on over into Indiana, around Fort Wayne, Indiana. Eugene, Illinois, Aurora. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And South Bend, Indiana, Watford, Illinois, and some of those locations. Touching southern end of Wisconsin and eastern side of Iowa. I don't know for sure how heavy the snow is up there in in Chicago, but it's coming down pretty good south of Chicago, no doubt about that. But not around here, though. It's all just cloudy around here with possible sprinkles around our area, but it won't be frozen, especially since the temperature is at 42 degrees now, which is what it was a moment ago, I believe. That's above freezing enough. All right, let me go out one more loop or zoom out one more time, get more of the country in, and give you an idea of what's going on around the rest of the country. There's a few clouds around here. There's snow up there around the Great Lakes, like we're just looking at. It's moving away from us, so we don't have to worry about it here. And light precipitation going on in Missouri, like I mentioned. Looks like a little light rain going on down there in southern Arkansas. That may be part of our early morning rain tomorrow morning. But I think our chances for rain here, or at least light rain, picks up around 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Which, I might add, since I'm talking about that, picks up around 3 o'clock tomorrow morning, ends around 5 a.m., and actually becomes fair by sunset tomorrow night. Mostly cloudy most of tomorrow. Then becomes fair by 5 o'clock around sunset. And then it goes back to mostly cloudy by about 11 p.m. tomorrow night. And clear again by about 2 a.m. Saturday. And it remains fair for the rest of Saturday and for all the way to at least Saturday night anyways. That's a quick hourly forecast for you there. Let me go ahead and look at this next a satellite picture, and that shows the clouds a little bit better. And there's that clouds up there in Missouri causing that light snow falling up in that area, but it's moving east. Looks like some of those clouds are moving southeast. So that's be part of the clouds that's going to be keeping us cloudy here in West Tennessee most of the night, with rain moving in. It's clear out over in East Tennessee still, and it was clear here up to about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then got cloudy again, and it's pretty much going to stay that way for the rest of the night, as you can see from this satellite picture here. Alright, let me see. Let's go ahead and look at the national forecast map. The Weather Service's forecast map as of about 2:45 this afternoon has low pressure way down in southern Texas, one up in Missouri. That's probably what's causing that light snow flurries or snow showers up there in Missouri that's moving eastward. And they have a little rain over our area for tonight. Most of it's going to come after midnight, though, toward 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And snow north of that. A little freezing rain mixed in between that area there. And then you see where the rest of the snow is expected for the country. And again, this was this afternoon's weather map. Alright, then we move on to tomorrow morning's forecast map. For Friday morning, make sure you get the right one in here. For Friday morning around 4 a.m. roughly, there is a chance of rain in our area tomorrow morning for West and Middle Tennessee and north of us as well. And it doesn't look like a whole lot of snow on the map, believe it or not. Not at least until you get to the mountains of Pennsylvania, small area along the Appalachian Mountains up here, and on way on up almost in just Canada only, right along the northern tier of the U.S. And some, of course, out west. That's rain and snow mixed area. There's not no big area of snow expected out west either tomorrow morning. Well, that's a new one because we had a huge warm front to be moving through this evening and tomorrow morning. That's going to take that snow right with it that we've all been experiencing at some point. Well, the portions of us have, I'll put that away. Saturday morning's forecast map for about 4:15 in the morning has that warm front moved on through. It's way up around the Great Lakes area. Rain to our south is possible. And rain up here near the Great Lakes. Hey, rain instead of snow. Boy, isn't that a nice change? Except for freezing rain up further in the Great Lakes area. And this area of snow is really confined to the New England states and on up into Canada, way over to the west side of Canada. No precipitation in the northern plain states. A little snow out in the mountains, and really that's it. Other than that, very little snow actually going on in the United States come Sunday morning. Boy, what a change that is. The whole country could use a break, as cold as being though here lately. Alright, I'll go ahead and go on to the local forecast for right here in Jackson, Tennessee and surrounding area of West Tennessee. Let me turn the camera around so I can read it to you. It looks like it's going to be, I'm going to say mostly cloudy, of course, for the rest of tonight. And until, what time was that? Mostly cloudy most of tomorrow, I think. I believe it was. Let me double check it. A little bit of rain between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. tomorrow. And I believe after that, the chances of rain after 3 a.m. is gone. It's not going to make it all the way to noon. It looks like it's going to be maybe 3 or 4 hours after midnight and before sunrise. Most of it's going to fall between those hours. And the skies will be clearing again by sunset tomorrow night. Alright.
which is not too far from what I've got. I've got it down to 60% chance of rain tomorrow. It's more like 30% chance. Again, between about, I say 3 a.m. to sunrise to play it safe. And then just mostly cloudy after that until around sunset. I originally had 8 p.m. In there, but I'll go ahead and go along with sunset hour, about 5 p.m., then becoming fair. And that's again for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning's low should be around 36. Hey, above freezing. Holy moly. Finally, high of 49 degrees, very close to today's 47 degrees. A little bit warmer tomorrow, with south winds continuing about 5 to 15 miles per hour. That'll help. The sun will be rising tomorrow morning at 6:55 a.m., be setting at 5:22 tomorrow evening. Moon will be rising tomorrow morning at 4:36 a.m. and be setting at 2:44 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. On into Saturday, the skies should be, I've got down here mostly cloudy to sunrise, but honestly, I don't think it's going to be that far down. It should be sunny all the way from midnight on. Well, mostly cloudy Saturday morning, midnight, 1 a.m., then becoming clear by 2 a.m. Saturday morning is what the latest hourly forecast is calling for. So I'll go with that. Generally speaking, mostly fair, with a low of 38 and a high of 64 on Saturday. Woo! Boy, that's going to feel good. 64 degrees. Going to feel like springtime with all that extra sunshine. South winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And for Sunday, right now, I'm going to go ahead and call it mostly cloudy. Be kind of back and forth, it sounds like. Mostly cloudy till about noon, then fair. At least it'd be pretty Sunday afternoon. Low of 44 and a high of 64, with south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. By Monday, it's going to be even warmer, but we'll probably have to deal with some more clouds and a chance of rain, I'm afraid. Looks like mostly cloudy, 60% chance of rain, down to 50% by Monday night. 60% still not a huge chance, though. Maybe more of a mostly cloudy day with light rain more than anything. A low of 53, high of 69. Yeah, almost 70 degrees come Monday. Some forecast models is projecting about 72 for a high, but boy, won't that be wonderful. South winds are 10 to 20 miles per hour come Monday. By next Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies continue with a 60% chance of more rain, low of 59 and a high of 67. South winds are 10 to 20 miles per hour. And the warm weather sort of lasts one more day till Wednesday. And mostly cloudy with a 60% chance of rain and thunderstorms. Sounds like it's going to cool off again after Wednesday. Low of 62, my goodness, and a high of 68 with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And by next Thursday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain, but cooling off with the low near 39 and a high of only 42 with north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. By next Friday, looks like it'll be fair skies. Oh, Lord, here we go. Low of 23. That's not as bad as what we've been having, though. 23 is better than 17 or 18. Not by much, but it is a little bit. High of 40 by next Friday. North winds at 10 to 20. All right, that's far enough right now. In the meantime, generally mostly cloudy skies till sunset tomorrow evening. Then it's finally going to become fair. There's maybe a 30 to 40% chance for a little bit of rain, like I said, between midnight tonight and sunrise tomorrow morning. And low again about 36 tomorrow morning, high tomorrow about 49, with south winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour tomorrow. And again, sun rises at 6:55 a.m. and sets at 5:22 p.m. tomorrow night. Again, the moon will be rising tomorrow morning at 4:36 a.m. and setting at 2:44 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. All right, let me see if there's anything different with the radar now. No, nothing really changed. Satellite picture still showing the clouds. It's still showing it fairly cloudy. It's probably going to stay that way again until tomorrow evening. Well, alrighty, that should be good enough for tonight. Let me go back to the radar, double check everything. Yeah, we're okay. A little rain down there in southern Arkansas and northwestern Arkansas. That'll probably be rain moving through tomorrow morning between about 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. if the timing holds up. Well, alrighty, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching and viewing and for listening to me. I've had one nice comment that said that they appreciate me describing all that, and I hope you do too. And I do my best to cover it the best I can, and take it from there. Alrighty, well, have a good evening, have a great Thursday night, and have a fantastic Friday coming up. Tomorrow being the first day of February, so we're hoping that February is a little more kinder to us with the weather than what January was. Oh well, it's the winter time. Kind of expect cold weather though, but not as dramatic as it's been up north though. My goodness. Oh well, that's another story. Well, good night for now, and God bless you, and I hope to talk to you again real soon. Hopefully by tomorrow night. Good night, and God bless.